Hi, I'm Renee Seltzer, founder of Feeding My Kid, and in today's episode, I'd like to introduce you to Tammy Bishop, who's an occupational therapist and feeding specialist. So she's going to be able to answer your questions that we often get through Facebook and on the website. So I'm really excited to introduce her. So she's going to go through and just answer a variety of questions, provide insights that we don't often have, and just being an occupational therapist, she's going to be able to see and help us understand, when is it that you need to see an occupational therapist? I'm so excited to be covering all these topics with her, and let's get started.
There's probably data to show that when children are involved in not just the cooking of food, but even the growing of the food, they're more motivated to try it.
Yeah, because I think it's more interactive and the guard is down. So if you're cooking, no one's pressuring you to eat the food. You're putting it in the salad. I notice that my kids are the most adventurous when I'm cooking, and they're like, what are you doing? Can I have some of that? And they'll eat really exotic vegetables because I'm just cutting them. But if I put them on their plate, they would never touch it.
And that's a good point that you bring up, because there are several books out there about feeding issues, about children who are picky eaters, severe picky eaters. And one of the recommendations is that you don't even put the new food on the child's plate. What you do is you keep the new food on your plate, and usually children want what the parents have but aren't allowed to have. So you basically say, no, this is my food. I'll give you a little bit, but this is mine. And so the child is fascinated by what's on your plate, and why can't I have that? And so they're motivated to ask for it and try it. So that's another way you can.
What a great tip. A lot of parents will always tell me that they see somebody, the kid wants to eat it off their plate, but not their own. I'm
right.
Like, yeah, let them.
Nothing
wrong
with that.
They want to eat off your plate, let them eat off your plate.
That's right.
Well, wonderful. Let's see. What kind of other, advice? So we talked about gardening and cooking with kids. Would you say it's good to even kind of get kids out of the dinner table, maybe do a picnic with them, kind of change the scenery of food?
Yep. In fact, I was just at a home a couple weeks ago working with a child who has feeding difficulties, and he's making great progress. And I was cleaning up after our feeding therapy, and mom told the child that they were going to have meatballs for dinner. And the little guy that I work with has two little brothers, and so mom pulls out the package, shows them, and they want to cook them right then. The children want to cook the meatballs. So mom on the floor has her pan, and all the three boys are sitting around her, and they're plopping in the meatballs into the pan. It's so super cute. It doesn't have to be at the counter. It doesn't have to be super clean. You just, enjoy it and take it, take the moment. Mom could have said, well, we're not going to cook these right now. We'll cook them later. And then chances are that when it was time to cook them, the boys would be busy playing and they wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I loved that she took that moment and went with it. And the boys had a blast. And they were touching the meatballs.
I love it.
It was super cool. Yeah.
Tammy, I'd like to really thank you for today. This was so informative. It was amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We're very lucky to have her. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask the questions in the comments below. So we'll shoot them back to Tammy and see if she has any additional advice for you. She has amazing articles on feedingmykid.com, so make sure you check that out. We have tons of articles and ideas on Pinterest, and we share them on Twitter and Facebook, so be sure to follow all of that. And we look forward to our next series.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I look forward to hearing from you.
All right, have a good one. And if you're in the Orlando area and you need an occupational therapist, Tammy is your gal.
Yep, thank you. Thanks, Renee.
All right, thanks everyone.